Chemsex is a thing that happens where, let's let the science journalists describe it. Chemsex generally involves taking substances like GHB, crystal meth, or mephedrone, also known as meow meow, which is way cooler than mephedrone, to enhance or prolong sexual activity, primarily among a subset of city-dwelling gay men. So this is a new phenomenon-ish. It's getting, news now. And there's a small subsection of people. It says 5.9% of gay men in South London had ever used or injected non-prescription drugs in general, and only 3.5% had done it in the past year. So this is a small group of people who do drugs and then use the high to just have tons of sex for like having 5 partners in 2 days and not sleeping. The lifelong effects, according to Ron Stahl, who has studied this for literally 30 years, and only now is it really becoming talked about. The lifelong effects is explaining why this happens. The lifelong effects of homophobic attacks, starting in childhood with many men, predict a set of psychosocial health problems that in turn predict the vulnerability of drug abuse. Men who do better in terms of resolving internalized homophobia are less likely to suffer from an interlocking cluster of psychosocial health problems, and so are less likely to be vulnerable to drug abuse. Saying essentially that this is a thing people do for fun, and some of them, even when they go try to get help, is not like, let me get the kind of help which is like, why am I seeking to take drugs and have sex for 5 days? In a way that is the norm, is unprotected. A lot of them are just like, how do I not overdose? And he says essentially like, maybe, yes, you could say people just like to get wasted and have fun, but he says by studying this, what happens is a lifetime of homophobia and people that are messing with you just because of that. You internalize that there's something wrong, and then you're more susceptible to doing this. So if you identify that problem and get help, then it's less likely to affect you this way.
Let me summarize my beliefs on his theory. Not buying it.
Really?
Yeah. No, here's why they're doing it. To have sex with 5 different people in a span of 2 days. It causes euphoria. It causes you to continue to be aroused. It gets rid of inhibition. Do I need to say any more? Right. So now, is it a good idea? Of course not, right? Because it's going to burn out some of the, I'll make up words like endorphins in your head.
Yeah.
Right. And so, and I know a guy who used to take X all the time, and he really became bummed out for a while. Like you can burn out things. And I know I'm saying it in too simplistic a way. And plus, then have no inhibitions, and next thing you know, you're having condomless sex, and next thing you know, you got HIV. Yeah, it's a bad idea. But you don't need like deep psychological theories about how they were hurt by homophobia to understand why guys want to have sex for 5 days straight, right? And have an awesome time where they're, in the midst of euphoria. That's why people do drugs. So I kind of think like, if it didn't have the downsides, I'd do it.
I think you can say that both of you are right. I think there's people out there who are like, yeah, I'm trying to see the downside of I work very hard in my normal job. Right. And I have these things called weekends where I'm supposed to sleep, but God, I love boning. And you know what? That sounds great. Me, after one sexual interaction, I literally just want to sleep for 2 days. I don't know what's happened in my body, but I'm 33, and that's just the facts of life, Tootie. Anyhow, so that's all I have to say. The other issues, yeah. I mean, some people do have addiction issues, and I think this applies to them. And I think, yes, after a while, if you have people just going after you just because you're gay, then yes, you can have some kind of psychological problems. And some of those people, and he stresses this is a very small percentage. This is like 6% of people have ever just taken these drugs, let alone.
Yeah, but I still think that there needs to be more transparency within the gay community of just acknowledging like, hey, it seems like 5% of us are doing this. We should know about the side effects. And if you are taking this drug and you're having a really good time, you should still know about the side effects. And maybe also question why you're using these drugs.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think that it seems like this is an issue that is affecting such a small population, but you still can't ignore that population. And something needs to be done to address it. And I'm not a gay man. What?
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah.
Not yet.
But I'm not a gay man, but I'm in the LGBT community, and I hadn't heard about this before the show. And I think that shows that people aren't talking about it enough. And of course, the way to come to a solution for any problem is, acknowledging that there is a problem. And it seems like there's just a small group of people that even know that this is a thing, and an even smaller group of people that are abusing the product.
It's called Chemsex, and it's where you take a drug called meow meow and fuck for 4 days. This is all I want to talk about forever.
So look, can drugs lead to addiction, which is an enormous problem, and doing the wrong? Of course. Would I take crystal meth? Of course not. I like my teeth.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want my teeth to fall out. I'm not interested in any of that. Right. But and are you more likely to be addicted to drugs if you've got other internal issues that you're trying to run away from? Of course. Right. I understand all that. But we are overanalyzing a little bit for a lot of guys. And you kidding me? You said to straight guys, hey, you take this series of drugs, and for 3 days you will be super high, you'll be euphoric, and you'll get to have sex with a bunch of women. The answer would be yes, for straight guys. But it's just in the gay community, it's more possible. Like one of the guys explained, I'm more uninhibited on this drug. Like if I get a no when I'm sober, it's a real bummer. But this takes the sting out of it, and I don't care, and I just move on. So, but you see, in a straight club, it doesn't work that way. It'd be no, right? In a gay club, you go, no, yes, oh, great. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, because we're all guys here.
We're all guys here. There's no need to fuck around.
Yeah. I also like to orgasm. That is.
Would you like to do that together? Sure, let's do it.
Right. Would you like some meow meow? No, actually, it's not necessary.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's just the having sex with 5 people in a row, I think, that you need the drug for.
Right.
Because I want to.
Is it also called meow meow in the straight community?
I don't know. Is it called?
Well, I think that if this had existed in the straight community, we would have heard about it before. It would have been a thing. It would have been all the talk of the town. It would have been the cat's meow.
Meow?